Shalom. I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, double honor to the elders, great millstone. Much love and respect to all you brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and truth, striving for the hopeful elect, enduring our afflictions and seeking and your own salvation with fear and trembling. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rukakadash, Barakatam, Akim, Wo Akwathim. Alright, I'm coming back with another video today. Just want to go into speaking about the powers that may be and, the low level groups, cults that are out there that are committing, just committing heinous crimes against the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and just, destroying the earth, the ones that destroy the earth, that work on the left-hand side of, witchcraft, magic, sorcery, um, you know, that mutilate and destroy, you know, the flesh. And when I say the flesh, I'm talking about individuals, from the womb, up, you know, just committing mass murder, things of that nature, because it's still going on. Even though we've always known it started with, with Cain, and it just trickled down and just became greater and greater and greater. But in our time of our knowledge that we know, going back to like the Roman Empire, Greek Empire, Roman Empire, there were a bunch of pedophiles, homosexuals, and they were doing all those things that in the ancient times, before them, sacrificing children unto Moloch, Baal, and other deities, is still being performed to this very day, okay? And it's being done in dark. That's what the word occult means, or occult is to be hidden. That's why they hide. But now they're just putting out their symbols. They perform their rituals and things of that nature with the celebrities, the rapper musicians, and on television they put their symbols out there showing you that, hey, we're here. And if a lot of people are just bought into the whole illusion and of it all just being a joke, but really they're delusional. Okay, they believe in a lie. Where everybody knows the most recent thing that happened with that whack rapper Travis Scott at his concert. People died there for whatever, various reasons. But basically, I just want to get into that, man, because it's been on my mind for a while. That's one of the reasons why we have to have the Lord needs to come back and destroy this place, because it's not only just about doctrines, teachings, but it's also about witchcraft that's being performed that has encompassed the whole earth. That's that great gross darkness as part of it. Of their religion, their doctrine is of just self-worship, bloodthirsty, and etc. So I want to start with Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, verse 3. It says, "For it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of thy holy land." Because in the time before Israel went into the promised land, after being in captivity under the Egyptians, the Canaanites were there. Okay, in the land of Canaan, that's what it was known as. It was the land of Canaan prior. So they had or the land of Ham. So they had to destroy and cast out those Canaanites. So it says, "Whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcrafts, wicked sacrifices, and also those merciless murderers of children, and devourers of man's flesh, and the feasts of blood." Basically, this is where today, Adawamyam, right? He picked up all these practices from the ancient times, starting with the Canaanites, the Babylonians, Nimrod and Semiramis, Talmud. That's why they have, or not Talmud, Tammuz. That's why they have the Babylonian Talmud, which condones homosexuality, pedophilia, you know, things of that nature. There's various uh, commandments that they have that are contrary to the law, statutes, commandments of the Holy Scriptures. That's why they don't believe in the Holy Bible. They believe in the Babylonian Talmud. That's why they commit those acts. They murder. They justify their murders. They perform those pedophilia acts. But it all goes back to the Babylonian, the Canaanite customs. But even though we know Cain was way before that, starting with the serpent, Cain. So I mean, it was already in his spirit, in his heart. He was gonna do these things regardless. But those other heathen nations were already practicing these things. Okay, so they were performing, witchcrafts of demons, you know, um, committing illicit acts, you know, uh, towards men, women, children, animals, before killing them, sacrificing them. Okay, and that goes on to this very day. Okay, but mainly with these higher ups, the powers that be, the powers that be. All right, the rich men of the world. Okay, the government, your governor in your own city is in it. You know what I'm saying? Lawyers, doctors, um, the lowest scumbag in your city, town is connected somehow. Gangs, okay, pimps. Somewhere, somehow, they're all gonna get connected to to that net, right? To that net that is, practices and condones this type of behavior. Okay, but it's always been in the beginning, and now, this is the things that we're supposed to speak up against. You know, but like I said, it's just something that's been on my mind. I wanted to bring it out. But Yahweh Shem Shai, he sees all these things, and he's coming back to destroy those that, perform these heinous crimes. In verse 6, it says, with their priests out of the midst of their idolatrous crew, and the parents that killed their own hands, souls destitute of help, that the land which thou esteemest above all might receive a worthy colony of God's children. That's right. That's why the earth is going to be replenished and cleansed and what's the word? Refined, purged away of all evil, wickedness, all evil. The wicked imagination is going to be put out. The evil spirit, the covenant of death that these people have made with, is going to be destroyed and put out, and righteousness is going to be instilled in the earth. Even though it's sprouting, it's growing by way of the brothers and sisters and the children that are coming to the knowledge and understanding of Yahweh Shema Shai and rehearsing the righteous acts and putting off this world, putting off this old man, the flesh, which even that could be satanic to yourself. Okay, because the word Satan goes back to just being at opposition against that which is good, or you're at an adversary. Okay, an adversary does what? He will do anything to see you destroyed, fall, lose. So he's gonna put stumbling blocks before you. He's gonna put, certain things in your life or your path to see you fall. Okay, and that goes with your own self, your mind, your flesh, or individuals that practice Satanism, that are about and these people are really bugged out, man. These people ain't just regular individuals that are struggling with their temptation. These people have given themselves over to that, and that's who they are. They've literally the epitome of evil, wickedness to the full extent, and they'll do anything to remain, to keep themselves in whatever position they're at, or whatever lust, desire that they crave. They're gonna keep performing. So these people they're not ordinary people like us out here. You know what I'm saying? And we're not ordinary to them as well. That's why they hate. That's why they've always killed the men of the Lord. Okay, So from there, from here, I just want to go to, let me see, I guess I'll go to Sirach um, 12. Yeah, start at Sirach 12 and 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. And these people, they're your enemy, man. You cannot underestimate them or anything like that. You need to get away from there. You cast up prayers, and you do what you keep doing, prophesying on the highways and the byways, because the Spirit of the Lord is what's going to destroy these individuals. Okay? Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Right. So like we're the children of the Most High, Lord willing, I'm part of that number, that elect. But the elect are the children of the Most High. So he's liking the children of the Most High, the Hebrew Israelites, as being as sheep. And sheep are docile. You know, they're humble. They have a sense of um, have a spirit on them that they depend on a shepherd to guide and protect them. You know, they need guidance. So these individuals are predators, man. They're evil, and they know this. So they're gonna do it any way, shape, or form to try to get you. Okay, try to get you to go off, tempt you. Right, but you always have to remain in the Spirit of the Lord, meaning that you're remembering, you're reciting the scriptures, like Yahweh did a Satan, you know, on when he was fasting 40 days and 40 nights. Okay, because these people, these like I said, man, they're evil, man. Your brothers need to watch. It's been out a couple of years already. Doctor Sleep, and there's a graphic scene where they kidnap a boy and they kill him, like horribly, and they're breathing in. There's a certain thing in his, I believe they're breathing in his soul, his spirit when he's giving up the ghost. The more pain they inflict on him, his body, his spirit is being released, meaning that he's reaching death. So they live off that. It's like almost like a vampire. Instead of them drinking the blood, they absorb that victim's spirit, its soul, the essence of that being. Check it out, man. That shit's real. It goes on, you know. It says, beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away. So we know who the main enemy is. The head of the wicked is Esau, the so-called white man, but you know, you just got to be paying attention, you know, to certain, just the way they behave, the way they move, you know. Everybody's heard that saying, if it's too good to be true, you know, also that, you know, somebody's always smiling at you, playing, joking, you know, just being extra friendly. You know, you got to observe that, monitor it. Don't be quick to go into his house, or don't be too quick to hang out with the individual. You never know what these people are thinking, man. We're living in evil times, okay? I don't trust nobody. Okay? And people, you know, some people disagree on how I think and everything like that, but I don't give a damn. That's what the Spirit of the Lord puts on me. You know, it's being circumspect, watching, analyzing, using my brain, using my seven faculties of my mind, protecting my kids, protecting the people that are around me. I don't put nothing past nobody, man. And we know ourselves. We know that we can fuck up. We know we can go off. Okay? We know how easy you could be susceptible or you fall victim to your own lust. All right? Demon can hop on you and cause you to perform an act that you'll regret for the rest of your life. All right? So if we know that, that's how we understand the world, these individuals, the people on the earth, the higher ups, because they think that they're hidden away. They think nobody sees them or knows them, but it's too late, because the Lord has lifted up the skirt, like it's spoken of in I believe in the book of Nahum. You know, she's the well-favored harlot that sold the nations her witchcraft. Okay, and that's talking about basically Esau in America, Babylon, or Great Babylon, which is America. Okay, NATO, EU. Okay? It says, "Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, he succeed to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh with wild beasts?" Because he is a wild beast. These individual people out here, they're wild beasts, man. They're ready to devour flesh. There's regular individuals out here that had nothing to do with the occult, or all these demonic things and satanic things. They're just in that spirit of vengeance, of wanting to inflict harm, pain. If they have to kill you, they'll kill you. That's the time that we're in. So I mean, could be an average person just on that level. All right. And it says, "So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him and his sins, who will pity? For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit." See? And there's been a lot of examples. There's a lot of situations out in the world where people got caught slipping, especially naive people that are naive, they look weak. Because like I said, these Satanists, or even Satan, right? The word Satan, adversary, is not in the one specific being. All right, the demons, they're predators, man. They're designed to come after you and destroy you, or to tempt you with wickedness. All right, so they're what's it called? They're an adversary against you, and they're a predator, and they're looking for the weak. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. Because he wants your soul, man. He wants your essence, your being. He wants what he doesn't have, life. Okay, because these people out here that are on that level that I'm speaking on, right? Like it talks about in Ephesians chapter 6:10 all the way down, that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness, principalities, and rulers of darkness. Right? That's what we're talking. That's the level that I'm talking about, man. And even out here, the people that are, like the foot soldiers of those occults and those cults, those are the ones that are committing those acts, man. They're shedding blood. They're doing all types of rituals and stuff like that. Yeah, they're not gonna be satisfied with blood. That's why they keep doing it, because they want life. Okay, especially with you Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, man. There's children that are coming up missing by the. I don't even want to. I mean, it's got to be in the hundreds, or if not thousands, children coming up missing every day. Human trafficking. What do you think they're doing? They're being done. They're being used for everything, not just to be sold. They're being used to be sexual acts, and at the end, when they're done being used up, they're gonna murder them. Yahweh Shai don't like none of that, man. Yahweh Shai he sees all that. And it makes him angry, because he didn't just create man to do shit like that. In order for us to do that to one another. Okay? So it says, I'll stop right there. So yeah, man, you can't be trusting your enemy. So your enemy could be anybody, man. It could be of your own nation, your own tribe, that is working on the left-hand side to see you destroyed, man. So from there, let's go to, let's see. Psalms 10. And not 8, it said, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, and in the secret place doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. Okay? So these individuals, we'll talk about, it could be an Esau, but, I'm speaking on, these higher ups, these elites, even your priests, your pastors, your police, your teachers in your school, anywhere in these major companies, they could be this, just waiting for their opportunity to kill you, to inflict pain, to abuse you, to abuse your kids. This is one reason of many things why we need Yahweh to come back, man. All right. It says he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. And real quick, I want to tell y'all, brothers, a dream that I had, years ago. I was walking in this area. It was almost looked like a farm, I guess. And there was a small little dog next to me. The dog was all, happy, perky, and, just with his head up high, and, just walking along. I was walking. There was like a little wooden shed, and I seen a wolf, a big ass wolf, come out, and it charged at me. And it's, you already know a wolf is there to devour you, destroy you. And that's what I saw. His intent was to kill me. And out of nowhere, a big club, a wooden club, appeared in my hand. I'm talking about, this thing was thick. It was thick as, almost, like what a drumstick looks like, a drumstick looking club. And as soon as it charged at me, as soon as it was getting close to me, leaping at me, that club appeared in my hand out of nowhere. And it was like, I don't know what movie to give an example of, but like I was hitting it. I wasn't hitting like crazy. I hit it once hard, boom, and you just see like in slow motion the wolf, and you can see it in his eyes that he was still angry, pissed, his mouth showing his teeth, and I just hit him one, real good, to where he fell to his side, and he was already, it was so powerful that it threw him into the ground with the club still, applied to his side of his body, his face, and he's still looking at me, he's still coming. So I had to hit him again right on top of the head, boom, and that's where it shows his body, the top of his, the chest areas, and his head hit the ground, and he takes off. He hauls ass with his tail curled under him back into that shed that I had mentioned earlier. That's where he went. That's where he was at. So he ran back in there, but when he went in there, it was completely dark, but all I could see was his eyes, and he was watching me still. So what I got out of that dream was that he was still there. He was still around. That was years ago when I was in the truth, when I first came in, and when I had that dream, the interpretation of the dream was that you've controlled a certain aspect or a certain part, or a certain situation, or whatever it was. You controlled it for now, but it's still there. He's still watching you. So be careful, right? And the scriptures always tell us to be watchful, circumspect, beware. Like I just said, what the scriptures say. So this man, he's like he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. And his net could be in different types of devices. A religion or a church, or it could be, being nice to you,
in 2 miles, take exit 134 toward East I-20 East.
Drawing you in, and just ultimately to kill you. So I'm going to end it with this right here. He croucheth, verse 10, he croucheth, humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. He has said in his heart, God hath forgotten. he hideth his face, he will never see it. Arise, O Yahweh of power, lift up thine hand, forget not the humble. Okay? So that's what we're asking for, man. So with that, hope it was edifying. Until next time, shalom.